Welcome back to EU4, where we're watching Angola, a Christian Angola, by the way, slowly conquer all of the Congo region, or at least I'm hoping they conquer the entirety of the Congo region. It would be really sad if we have not had someone yet successfully survive past 1500 with intact borders. That would just be very sad. But so far, they are doing pretty well against Yaka and Tio over here. They have full siege down Yaka and have made sure that they have 0 troops remaining. And so far, they're trying to get to Tio, but they're probably never going to be able to find a way. So they're eventually going to have to peace out with Yaka after just decimating their economy. Beyond that, Angola has no allies, but they are guaranteeing the independence of Kikonja over here. And there's some pretty good defensive alliances for the most part. Kikonja, I believe, is actually the weakest one. They're actually only allied to Karagwe over here. The rest of these have fairly decent alliances that will allow them to potentially survive an Angolan onslaught. Beyond that, Congo is actually allied to Cuba over here and has Luango as a vassal state. So it's basically these three and this kind of broken up state over here against Angola. Now, these will be probably easier to take over than this triple, possibly quadruple alliance, because I kind of doubt that Tio will join back up with Angola after this war. Because they were allies at some point, but it's almost certain that their relationship has soured. But Angola is doing fairly decent for itself, like I said. They have beaten down Yaka pretty well, and they may just expand into possibly, I think, Kalundwe. Wasn't too difficult. Well, yeah, it would be Kalundwe and Kazembe over here. Both of them have very solid armies, but combined they do not stand up to Angola's 18k. So they would fall eventually, as long as they declared war on Kalundwe. Kazembe, I think, has a few more. Yeah, they have Buha and Maravi, so that would be a little bit harder. And if they can break through Kalundwe over here, they can then fight Luba, who was only allied to Rwanda and Burundi. But if they did try to fight the Congo, they would be facing a bit more of a coalition, which would be about 18k, which would definitely be a pretty bad fight for Angola to try and take. But we'll see how this little Yakanese war ends, and we'll see where Angola goes after that. So the Yakanese war is officially over, and Angola just full annexed them, leaving Tio completely alone. Angola may have taken cash or something from them, but beyond that, I don't think they did anything else. It's too early to see if Angola will get any new allies, but I doubt it, since they're not improving relations with anyone at the moment. Beyond that, though, like I said, they're probably going to try and go after one of these guys over here. It just seems like an easier fight overall. They have lowered down their troop count to 16k, which is still reasonable to fight these guys off, in my opinion. But to fight like the Congo, they would need a lot more troops. A lot more. And if I had to guess, Tio is probably going to try and ally someone. Probably not Angola. They're probably going to try and ally like Kalundwe or something. Or they're just going to get straight up conquered by the Congo. Either one would happen. And yeah, it looks like Congo's trying to annex Luango at some point. Beyond that, nothing else is going on. Angola is probably just trading in the region. Let's see here. Who is the most dominant trading power in the Congo? Angola, 35%. Okay, how about the coast here? Because I know that's an important trade hub as well. It's probably not going to be as much. But Angola still has 24%. Benin does have more though. So it's still a halfway decent thing. Not the worst, not the best. And overall, Angola is looking like it's in a fairly decent position. They did go down to 15k, but they do have a stack that's not completely healed yet. So they're actually they have two, so they might go up to 17. Either way, though, Angola's looking fairly powerful at the moment, and they could probably conquer a few more of their neighbors. Congo is going right after Tio, though, over here. I did notice that just now. And if Angola wants to jump on the Congo, now would be the time, really, while they're stuck trying to siege down Tio. Possibly not the best idea in the universe, especially since I think, yeah, Cuba is not actually involved in this Congo war. So maybe not the best idea, but it is an idea. And the Congo will definitely be wasting a lot of its manpower trying to take this one fort. So Congo has reconquered Tio over here, or not reconquered, but has conquered Tio. And they're just basically bunkering down for whatever Angola does next. Really, it's all play by ear. Whatever Angola does, the others will eventually follow. And Angola, it's at 16k now. It could make some small little movements and try to up the ante in certain regions, but I don't really see them doing that right now. They're waiting around, probably waiting for their manpower to keep going up. Beyond that, I don't think anyone else will be making any moves until Angola does. There might be a war that breaks out over here, and I did see that a war over here has broken out between Zimbabwe and Kilwa, but beyond that, nothing too crazy or insane has happened. So we're just waiting. Yep. Okay, so it looks like Angola has declared war against the Congo. They have about 16,000 troops versus Congo's 8k. But the big question is Cuba involved? So far, it doesn't look like they're actually involved, which is interesting. Yeah, no. It's Congo and Luango against Angola. And if Angola can quickly and easily take over Mpangu over here, then the Congo's done, really. Yeah, Luango does have a fort up here, but that's also just a level 1 fort. So basically, all they have to do is quickly take over that, swing around, beat these armies up, which only amount to like 11k, as well as quickly annex the rest of this, so the Congo cannot get any more troops up and running. That would be basically all they needed to do. Now, it would also be a good idea to get rid of Luango from the picture, but they're not making as much money. And really, you need a lot of money to be able to get these troops up and running and to also try and get them to survive in the first place. But it looks like Congo is also trying to go for a similar strategy by just burning down the countryside in the hopes that if they can snag a few of Angola's troops and wipe them out, then they won't be able to create more units. Which I really don't think that's going to work out for them because the Congo's almost sieged down by this point. All they need to do is take the fort, and all of a sudden, all of the Congo's just sieged down. And they've only gotten one place that isn't even a fort sieged. So really, it looks like the Congo's just collapsed, really. Without the support from Cuba, they have nothing on the table. And their destruction is very plausible, in my opinion. Very plausible. And it's not helping that the Angolan fleet has decimated what is left of the Congolese fleet. Even though it doesn't seem like the Angola fleet is actually patrolling the waters right now. which I would think they should be. They should be out there blowing everything to smithereens. But they probably have done some damage. Not enough to really make it seem worth it, though. Ooh, what is this? Oh, Congo's actually trying to annex Luango. Probably not the best idea. You want as many forts out there as possible. And yeah, we'll see how this war goes down. It looks like Mpangu's actually going to fall relatively quickly. And these guys haven't even gotten to Angola's fort down here in Benguela, which they would really need to get to real fast if they want to do any meaningful damage. So we'll see what happens after this fort at Mpangu is finished. Okay, so the fort at Mpangu has fallen, and really all these guys are doing is just sieging down the countryside. They're not even really doing much. Actually, it's looking like Angola. No, for a moment there, I thought Angola was going to try and take out this Luanga 3K stack, but no, they're probably going to head to Impasu and just siege that back. Not the worst idea, but to be honest, I would try and keep my troops together and then come back around and blast these guys to Kingdom Come. That would be probably the best situation. Yeah, these guys are trying to siege back and pass you in places. Yeah, no. That 5K stack is not long for this world, is it? Yeah, I don't think it is. Yeah, Angola's making a mistake. I can feel it. But hopefully that mistake will not mean that Angola's done for. Hopefully Angola should be able to survive after losing that 5K stack. If they do, they may not lose that 5K stack because the Congo is going to have to coordinate with Luango to actually completely decimate this force. And even then, I don't know if they're going to be able to completely eliminate it from the board. But it does look like Luango's moving in. No, actually, they're going towards the Congolese force. So they're definitely trying to get some form of protection. They're scared of this force at Impasu. Beyond that, I'll see if they're going to come up and try to fight them at Impasu. But for right now, it looks like the Congo is content on just waiting by and seeing what's going to happen. And this force is just waiting for death. They're going right into ruined. They are trying to they're trying to accomplish something. And this force is only going further into the interior of Africa. This is a bad idea. You guys should be combining and heading north and taking them out. Yeah, I don't know what the Congo's doing. I think the Congo is just throwing the game at this point. And if Angola had their fleet out, I guarantee they could also take Luango faster. So both sides are doing something wrong, in my opinion. It's just that the Congo's doing something that is just 10 times worse than what Angola's doing. And yeah, I can't believe the Congo's doing this. Are they heading in further? They're literally heading to Luena. Are you kidding me? Are you not going to march on them? No, you're going to sit in Kuwando Day and just sit there, aren't you? Nope, they are moving into Ishindi. So if this 5K stack just sits there on a savannah, I feel like they are going to lose. Let's see tech. Let's see tech. It's a 4 versus a 2. Okay, never mind. The Congo might actually lose a battle. I feel like there's a good chance that if they fight that force at Luena, they probably would lose. They do not have a very good Miltech advantage, or Angola has a very huge Miltech advantage on these guys, and I doubt they would actually win. And actually, if these guys are heading into a Shindy, they might actually be able. Are they not going to be able to catch them? They might actually be able to catch them here. Yeah, they caught them. Let's see how. Yeah, they just decimated Luanga. And they're going to decimate this Congo force, aren't they? Oh, yeah, look at that. The Miltech advantage is insane. They just decimated that Congo force. Maybe I should not have given them feudalism. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, there they go. The Congo and Luango just. And there goes Luango's fort. That means that technically there's only one unsieged territory left, and that is at Meumba, which probably won't be able to save them. Let's be honest on that one. Um, and the Congo's actually retreating into uncolonized provinces. That's not going to be good for them. That means that they're going to be stuck with these natives potentially going to rise up and basically eliminate them. It's never fun having them around. And yeah, it looks like these guys are just going to go around and unsiege these provinces. We'll come back and see what happens to the Congo and Luango, but it's probably not going to look pretty for them at all. So Angola's just going ham actually. They just full annexed Luango and the Congo. And I don't think now that I've realized what I have done in this world, I really feel like none of these guys stand a chance. None of them have feudalism, and all of them are stuck on Miltech 2. Or Angola is stuck on Miltech 4. So in theory, Angola should just be able to wipe the floor with these guys pretty easily. And that's not going to be an understatement. It's basically over for these guys. I think, no, they have administrative technology 3. Okay, yeah, they're done. All of these guys are done. The only thing that would be game breaking is if Angola somehow gets like has like a colonization buff that they can get like through, I forget what it's called, but it's through their technology. I don't think they have the tradition to get colonists. I don't remember what they got, but I don't think they got that. And if they did get that, that would be a little much. That would be way too much, actually. Here we go. Yeah, they don't have any ideas, but they do have some Angolan traditions of production and global trade power, which seem pretty tame for now. We'll see if they get any bigger or weaker for the most part. Yeah, plus 5% production and plus 5% global trade power. Not the worst. It's all about trade and production for now. We'll see if they can pull off anything crazy. But now that I know that they can just wipe out any of these guys, do I think that any of these guys making alliances actually matter? No. Unless they're allied to like Kilwa or maybe if Moravi's fairly powerful, no. Only if they're allied to Kilwa would it matter. Kilwa has some fairly decent tech and a nice decent army. I don't know if it could possibly rival Angola, but it could definitely rival them with some combined forces. In their traditions, I don't think, yeah, no, it's all about naval and ship power. So they won't be able to do much in terms of land combat, but neither would Angola, if I'm being honest. And Kilwa will actually have forts, unlike Angola over here that has nothing. But really, these guys should be pushovers. And if these, I know these guys have colonization pips. So if they ever get to be colonizers, and if they colonize next to Angola, they'll just get rolled over pretty quickly. Because Angola should have a tech bonus on them for almost the entire game. Eventually, these guys will be able to catch up, but it's going to be fairly later on before they do that. Of course, it will also be later on when they actually get the whole colonization pips. But by that point, Angola should have a nice large industry and possibly even European allies since they are Catholic. But we'll see who they go to war against next, or if something major happens, like they gain a new ally or something. So Angola has declared war against Cuba now, which, yeah, kind of makes sense, really. Now that Cuba has basically no allies, you might as well charge in and destroy them and their economy. And none of these guys really have any defensive forts. Really, Cuba only has Borneo as an ally, and they're all the way over here, I do believe. Let's see here. Wrong one. Borneo, Borneo, Borneo. Borneo is, yes, this far top one. So basically nothing's going to go down on this war, and Cuba's about to get demolished. I really thought that this country was balanced, but apparently not at all balanced, and it's just going to rip through these guys like it's nothing. Or like they're Swiss cheese. Either one works.